Hello everybody, Jake here and welcome to the hobby. Today we are checking out the brand new GameStop Power Packs. These are official GameStop mystery boxes. About as official as you can possibly get because it is their brand, their product. They are the people that are assembling it together. These are currently retailing for $60 and these are going kind of viral. A lot of people are picking these up. They're selling out pretty much as soon as they drop inside of stores. Not that GameStops are getting a ton of these. The ones that I've seen usually get between 3 to 5, if they even get any. Some GameStops are getting none of these right now. So let's rip this bad boy open and see what we have inside. I pretty much have to value these at the price of a retail MSRP product. So 3 booster packs I would value at $15. And so the graded slab you're valuing at right around $45 for a PSA graded slab. And I'm assuming a lot of these are going to be bulk slabs or junk slabs, nothing that you're going to really truly want. And there probably might be some really cool heavy hitters like this Giratina V, but those are going to be few and far in between. There is no ratio, no odds written on any of these, so you don't actually know how good the odds actually are. I'm assuming the odds on these are actually pretty bad. It includes 3 TCG booster packs. It doesn't even say what set or even if they're Pokemon booster packs or not. You're just kind of assuming you're getting 3 Pokemon booster packs. It might be due to legalese, but maybe they can't even say 3 Pokemon booster packs. Who knows? And 1 PSA 8 plus graded card. Obviously, an 8 or 9, especially for modern card, is pretty much considered hot garbage. Most people don't even care for 8s or 9s. It's really unfortunate, but usually an 8 or a 9 PSA grade is considered less value than a raw copy. Most people would price a raw copy near mint more than an 8 or a 9. And here it says it is a GameStop Power Packs manufactured and assembled by GameStop. Customer service, there you go. The collectible product in this package have been purchased from the secondary market and repackaged for retail sales by GameStop. Very interesting. GameStop is not affiliated with the individual manufacturers or trading card companies contained within this product. Yeah, at no spot at all does it ever mention the word Pokemon company or Pokemon cards or anything of that nature at all. Very interesting. Probably, like I said, for absolute legal reasons. All right, let's get this thing open and see what we can have inside. The packaging is actually very nice. Very expensive. Nice hard cardboard packaging with a magnetic closure. And the thing is, this packaging is very expensive in terms of like the cost of packaging. A regular box, a regular cardboard box like this would work just fine and it would be significantly cheaper. And this goes into the manufacturing cost of this. And so that devalues the slab, if that makes sense. If you can save money on packaging, you can increase the value of the products inside. Really expensive packaging usually means the value of the card is lessened because they have to save money somewhere. And if they're spending a lot of money on packaging, they end up losing money or saving money on the cards, and I'd rather just have better cards. And nice opening, very solid opening experience. Again, nicely foamed together, kind of flappy. I might use this for something else. It's just a cool box. All right, let's see what 3 booster packs we have inside. We got ourselves Silver Tempest, Shrouded Fable, and Obsidian Flames. Nothing to write home about, just generic modern sets. All right, and let's look at our slab here. They covered the gray, but we got ourselves a Japanese Misty's Tentacruel. Very interesting. And they covered the grade. What grade is this? All right, let's see what grade we get. I'm assuming this is going to be an 8 or a 9. We got ourselves, oh, it's actually pretty solid. A PSA 10 1998 Misty's Tentacruel. I would say that this is at least a pretty solid hit. A holo rare from 1998 in a PSA 10 condition. I would say I actually got out ahead on this one. So very surprising. Cool slab, very cool. We'll have to do a price check on that. I'm curious where this slab currently lands at. I have a lot of issues with GameStop actually selling official mystery packs themselves. The biggest issue is that they are a grader of PSA slabs, which means they have an incentive to lose your slabs, basically. Any slab that they cannot send out because, let's say, the address is wrong or something of that nature. I'm sure GameStop is sitting on a lot of slabs that should be sent out to people, but unfortunately they're holding on to them. And if they hold on to them long enough, who knows what happens to these? Perhaps they sell them. I'm not saying that GameStop is for sure doing that, but I'm saying that they have a conflict of interest to do that because they grade your PSA slabs. So now they have an incentive to keep some of those cards, especially the ones that don't go anywhere. If they can't send cards back to people, if someone sends cards to GameStop, they grade it for them, and there's nowhere for them to go at the end of the day. Perhaps they end up inside of these mystery boxes. You never really know. And that's sort of the question mark up in the air, is the general moral implications of that. We got ourselves the Tapu Bulu illustration rare and a Dusknoir holo rare on the back. Any illustration rare is a solid illustration rare. That's what I say. 2 more packs to go. We got ourselves Silver Tempest and Obsidian Flame. For $60, I've seen a couple of these being open, especially on TikTok and other content creators' videos. And generally speaking, it does look like a lot of these cards are vintage, and they are between 8 to 10. A lot of the cards seem to be vintage between 8 to 10. Mainly 8s or 9s, so I'm pretty happy with a 10. Apparently those are kind of rare. Any 10 is a good 10 in my book, especially from 1998. Those are pretty rare. Obviously, if you open up an old gym trainer booster pack, you're pretty much unlikely to get yourself a PSA 10. You're probably going to get yourself an 8 or 9, even out of a heavy booster pack. So very, very happy with that slab. I'm going to just say that I came out ahead on that one. So very solid. We got ourselves Scyther, Meltan. These are currently going for $60. Are they worth it? That's going to be completely up to you. $60 is kind of pricey. You know, it's not the end of the world. It's close. I'm not sure how much more cheaper they can be. Obviously, at $50, then you're getting really, really close to just the price of a PSA slab, especially if you price these booster packs at more than $5. I'm pricing them at $5, but if you price these at more than $5, then this starts to look like an almost semi-decent deal. So it's really up in the air. I'm kind of iffy on it. I think $50 is the perfect price for these. They probably had to land at $60 due to the cost of just manufacturing these, and it really comes down to stuff like the packaging. The packaging material, like I said, it's kind of premium. I really dig it, but at the same time, this just cuts into the cost. If they can make the packaging cheaper and aim for 50 bucks, I actually think these would be just fun pickups, especially on a Friday night, you know? You and a couple of buddies can each pick one of these up and see which slabs you guys pull. And if you end up with decent slabs like this, then heck yeah, it's just a solid, fun evening. I just did a quick price check on this card. Looks like it's currently going for between $90 to $100, so heck yeah, I think for $60, we got out way ahead on this mystery box. So fantastic. When I went to GameStop, we were able to also pick up some Scarlet and Violet blister packs and Temporal Forces blister packs. These might be your final chances of picking up anything from the early Scarlet and Violet era, especially Scarlet and Violet base packs. These are starting to get a lot harder to find. From my understanding, Scarlet and Violet base is out of print. Whatever's out there, whatever's being restocked is going to be the last of it. So definitely be on the lookout. I'm still able to pick up Pokemon cards from GameStop, so that's at least decent news. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are on these GameStop Power Packs, and I'll see you guys next time.